Hmm. Okay. Okay, so I would like to start. Well, this is a live session for our behavioral survey. According to my computer, now the time is 3:04. So I would like to start, even though there is no participant in the Zoom session. I would like to remind you that now I am basically recording this session so that I can share it on YouTube. So I'm going to share this session on YouTube as well so that you can see the random choices while determining your bonus payments. So I'm going to start with some reminders. As you may remember, we had posted a video on YouTube in May 2023. In that video, we determined randomly the eligible participants for a bonus payments in our study. And then secondly, we also determined a choice question, some choice questions that will determine that bonus payments. And here were the eligible participants. You may still go back to that video to see these numbers, how they were generated. And the numbers that we generated were 13, 33, 60, 68, and 42. And the first four numbers were determining the eligibility to play choice questions with uncertain options. So we are going to look at the last two numerical values in the prolific IDs. And if it matches with one of these numbers, then you are basically eligible to play one of the choice questions with uncertain options. And for the second type of questions, as you may remember, we also have some questions with CO2 reductions. And in that case, we are going to look at the last number here, 42. And if the last two numerical values in the prolific ID matches with 42, then you would be eligible for this type of questions. So let's start with the first type of questions with uncertain options. In that video, we determined randomly a choice question, and the choice question was the following. Option 1 was giving 15 pounds if the global climate anomaly in June 2023 is less than 0.8 Celsius. And option 2, on the other hand, was giving you 15 pounds with 18% chance. So whichever option you choose, we are going to pay you for that. Okay, so your payments, the bonus payment in this case, depends on some uncertain events. Now we will play out this question in this session. So let's do. So first of all, the data for the global climate anomaly for June 2023 is now out. You can have a look at this data yourself in this following website. This is www.climate.gov. And when you go to that website and search for global climate summary June 2023, then you can simply find this article there. And in that article, you will see that the global surface temperature was 1.05 Celsius above the 20th century average. So this was the definition of the global climate anomaly. So in this situation, therefore, the global climate anomaly for June 2023 was realized as 1.05 Celsius. Okay, now going back to our question then, in this question, if you chose option 1, then your payment will be basically 0, right? Because the global climate anomaly in June 2023 was realized above 0.8 Celsius. On the other hand, if you chose option 2 here, then you still have 18% chance to get 15 pounds as your bonus payments. So now let's see. So we are now going to determine this. What we are going to do is to draw a random number between 1 and 100. And if the number that we generate randomly is less than or equal to 18, you will get 15 pounds. So now we are going to generate this number together, okay, in this session. But before we do that, now that we already know the global climate anomaly and we have already collected data, so when we checked our data, we saw that actually six eligible participants in this question chose option 2. And the prolific IDs of those participants are the following. So you may check whether your prolific ID matches with one of these. And if it does, then now we will see whether you will get 15 pounds or not. Okay. So as you may remember, the last two numerical values of these prolific IDs are either 13, 33, 60, or 68, right? And as you will remember also, not all the eligible participants will get the money because we observed that actually most of the participants in this question chose the first option, which gives 0 basically. Okay, now let's go and make a random draw between 1 and 100 to see whether these subjects will get 15 pounds or not. Okay, so I'm now going to stop sharing my PowerPoint and I will go to the website where I will draw a random number between 1 and 100. Okay, I'm going to put 1 and I'm going to put 100. And I will generate only one number. So let's now calculate this number. So I'm going to generate some numbers just for a trial. Okay, first let's try and see whether this random number generator is giving us values that are making sense. So let's see for a few times, for example, 42, 49, 10, 24. So it seems to be good. So now let's do it for real. Okay, so I'm going to clear them now. And I'm going to write 1 to 100 again. I'm going to generate one number. Okay, so now I'm going to make a random draw of a number between 1 and 100, and this will determine whether the eligible participants who chose option 2 in the uncertain question will get 15 pounds or not. So I would like to remind you one more time, if the number is less than or equal to 18, then those participants will get 15 pounds. Otherwise, they will get 0. Okay, if you're ready, now I'm going to make the draw. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So the number generated by this machine is 50. And this will mean that, unfortunately, the eligible participants in this question will not be able to get 15 pounds. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my previous screen. Okay. So, well, your payment in this part, therefore, is unfortunately 0. So, as you also remember, we had other type of choice questions. In that case, you made choices between reduction of carbon dioxide and getting some money amounts for yourself, right? You had made a series of choices. And some participants were eligible for these type of questions. And if you go back to the video, which was posted on in May 2023, you will see that the choice question in this part was the following. We randomly drew this question basically. So option 1 was giving a reduction of 1 ton of CO2, and on the other hand, getting 0 for the self. And option 2 was reducing 0 ton of carbon dioxide, but getting 90 pounds for yourself. Okay, so in this part, there were 9 eligible participants, and all those participants chose option 2. So, as you may remember, the random number that determined the eligibility for this question was 42. So all these prolific IDs has the last 2 numbers 42 here, right? So they are therefore eligible for this part. And all these participants chose 90 pounds for the self, and therefore we are going to make a payment of 90 pounds today to their prolific accounts. Okay, if you are one of these participants, therefore you will get paid 90 pounds today. Okay, so as I said earlier, I'm going to put this video on YouTube with the link. I am going to send you later on Prolific as well. And if you have questions, you can always send a message on Prolific too. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you have a good day.